Hey guys, welcome back. So today we will finish with functional programming in freeCodeCamp curriculum. So let's get started right away. We left off at this exercise, sorting an array alphabetically using the sort method. So sort is a ready method in JavaScript, and it sorts elements according to the callback function. So let's see an example here. We want to do an ascending order, and array.sort takes a callback function which returns the difference between A and B. Of course, if it is positive, then B should come first because it's smaller than A. Okay, so let's do our exercise. We need to use the sort method in alphabetical order function to sort the elements of array in alphabetical order. Okay, we can do something like this. Array dot sort, and it will be let's write it in shortened version. Maybe this will be better. And we want A minus B. Okay. Let's see if this worked. Let's run this. Let's console log this. So we do array.sort, and then we return A minus B. Okay, let's try to make it like a function. Use the not the shorthand, but this one. Okay. Now I'm just going to return minus B and this one. So let's see. Okay. So the default sorting method is used by Unicode point value. Okay. What happens? Let's try something. What if we don't specify a function? Ah, so we don't need to because it is a default function which does the work for us. Yeah. Okay, great. Now, how to return a sorted array without changing the original array. So a side effect of sort was that it mutates the original array. One way to avoid this is to first concatenate an empty array to the one being sorted. Okay. Or maybe copy the array, create a copy, and return that. So let's do something like this. We can use the spread operator or maybe slice to copy the array. I'm just going to do var local array, going to be global, it's going to be array dot slice. This one actually returns just a copy, and now we want to return in ascending order. Okay, so let's do this. So we want to return local array dot sort, and inside let's specify the function. It's going to take 2ab, and I want to return, so b minus a. Let's console log this. Okay. Oh, in ascending order, so we just wanted a minus b. Yep, okay. I think this is all we need to do in this case. We should use the sort method. Okay, the global array should not change. Let's console log the global array to see if it has changed. No, it hasn't, so I think we are done here. Yep. Okay. How to split a string into an array using the split method. We've already seen this before. It takes an argument for the delimiter, which can be a character to use to break up the string or a regular expression. So if a delimiter is a space, you get an array of words. And if a delimiter is an empty string, then you get an array of each character in the string. Here's an example. We split hello world by the space and we get the two words hello and world. Okay. We split by digits here, and we remove, in this case, the digits are removed and we get the words. Let's use the split method inside this function splitify to split the string into an array of words. The function should return the array. Okay. Words are not always separated by spaces and the array should not contain punctuation. Okay, let's try to do this. So we need to return str.split, and inside I am going to use a regular expression. So I want to use inside the regular expression, let's see, I want to cover a space, and maybe there could be a dot. I want to escape this. Oh, I think inside here you don't need to escape it. Okay, let's console log this, what this does. Console.log. Yep. So which all the punctuation. So I think we should cover also this. Yeah, this one does it. So in the regular expression, I'm using the bracket notation for this. So I'm saying that I want to check if there is a character, if I want to split by one character, and it can be any of these four. It can be a space, it can be a full stop, it can be a dash, it can be a comma. Okay, I think this one does it. Let's try. Yep, perfect. Okay, how to combine an array into a string using the join method. I think we've already used this before in some exercise. So we can use the join method to, for example, we can use a space to join. It's the opposite of splitting, of course. You specify the character by which you want to join. So let's do the exercise. We need to use the join method, among others, inside the sentencify function to make a sentence from the words in the string str, and the function should return a string. For example, I like Star Wars. Okay, we should not use the replace method. Okay, so we take a string which is using multiple ways to, so it is split by dots, by dashes, by commas. So we should do the split first. Okay, we can just chain all the methods. Okay, so str.split, and I'm going to use again a regular expression. So I'm going to say here, putting a group, and I want to cover space, comma, dot, dash, like we did before. Let's just console log everything so we see where we are. So dot log, and okay, this one didn't work. Oh wait, yep, okay. So now we have split it and we want to join it, and we want to join it with a space. I'm going to do join, and I'm going to give an argument just a space, a literal space. Okay, I think this one does it. Let's run the test. Yep, perfect. Now we want to convert strings to URL slugs. Okay, finally something that seems important and practical to a real-world project. Okay, so we need to combine what we've learned so far using map, filter, reduce. So many content management sites have the titles of a post added to part of the URL for simple bookmarking purposes. For example, if you write a Medium post title stop using reduce, it's likely URL would have some form of the title string in it, stop dash using reduce. Okay. Now we want to we need to convert the title into URL slug. We cannot use replace, of course. So we want to maybe split this into words, make it all lowercase because we want lowercase. So remove the spaces and convert it into an array of words, and then make it all lowercase and add dashes in between. Okay, let's start with splitting first. So I think I will try to chain everything together. So title dot split, and I'm going to split by the space. Now we have an array. Let's console log so we see what we are doing. URL slug global title. Okay, so far so good. Now we want to make everything lowercase. I think the best thing we can do is we can use a map. So map, and this will take a function which will make lowercase every element in the array. Okay, so I'm going to do a word, and I want for this word to be lowercase. So this is a string. I think JavaScript has a method to lowercase. Let's try. I will check if it to lowercase. Yep, okay. So now we have mapped everything into another array which is with words everything lowercase. What we want to do is now join this using dashes. Okay, let's join. Okay, I'm using a dash. Yep. Wow, so everything is chained up into this one line. Okay, so what we did is we split first, we mapped to make it all lowercase, and then we joined. Let's run this. Okay, so maybe there are more than one space, so we need to cover that. So maybe when we split, it's better to use a regular expression. So I'm going to use \s, and I'm going to use a plus here, which means that I want it at least once, but it can be more than one space. Okay, let's run this again. We want this winter is coming. I think. Maybe there's. I don't see the different. Maybe there's a space at the beginning here. Let's see. So we have. This is what we are missing. Let's see. Let's test something here. Let's do it right here. So I'm going to say start. Okay, so there's a space. So where is that space coming from? When we do what happens when we do this? No, that's not the issue, it's this one. So when we are joining, so let's see. Let's use this example and try to debug what is happening here. When we split this, I'm going to make this a comment. So when we split it, we get this empty string. So why is it doing this? Because because it is splitting. Okay. What we can do in this case is that we remove, so we filter out all the empty strings, so we can use a filter. Okay, so after mapping, or maybe before, we can do it before as well. Let's use filter, and I'm going to say word, and it's going to be, we just want non-empty words. So I think if you or let's make it like this. Let's make it more explicit. It's not an empty string. Yep. Let's run this. Global title should not change. Okay. So let's make it. Let's make a copy of that. Or wait a second. So why is it changing? Let's see. Console.log global title. This one doesn't seem to be changing. Okay, there's something I'm missing here. So we did the split, filter, the map, and the join. Okay. And I don't see why this is changing because strings are immutable. Okay. Let's make var new title to be with title. And let's do this. Title, we can copy this string. Okay, this is really odd, but let's try with slice. So we make a copy of the string. What? Why? This is a string. This is immutable. So title. Okay. I don't know why this isn't working. It's very, very strange. Okay. I think now we don't, since we use the filter, let's try this. Okay. Yeah, so we don't need the regular expression there because now that we use filter, we remove empty strings. Okay. Why isn't this working though? Let's split this up. So we do the splitting first, and then I call this title array, and then we do title array.filter. Okay. This is really, really strange. Let's remove all this stuff again. I think now, this is really annoying me. Or maybe it's just because I added this for a test. Oh no, I hope. That was, I don't know why that was added. Maybe there's in the way they are testing this, but okay. So we need to, this is the every method now to check that every element in an array meets criteria. So we can use this method every, and we give it a callback function, and okay, it should return true or false. True if all the elements in the array return true for this callback function. Okay, that's very straightforward. We need to use the every method inside the check positive function to check if every element in R is positive. Okay, so let's just return array.every, and then we give a function inside. Okay, so, or maybe we can just do it the shorthand. num and just return if num is 0. Okay, that should work. Yep. Now we need to use the sum method to check that any elements in an array meet the criteria. So sum works the other way around. So if any of the element fulfills the criteria. Okay. So we can do something like array.sum, and I'm just going to do again num is larger than 0. Yep, perfect. Currying. Okay, so we have this concept of arity, which is the number of arguments a function requires, and currying a function means to convert a function of n arity into n functions of arity 1. Okay, so restructure a function so it takes one argument, then returns another function that takes the next argument, and so on. So here's an example. We have uncurried xy, which returns the sum, but if we do the currying, we do two functions. Okay, this is an alternative way to write this. It's useful when you can supply all the arguments at once. So we can each call a function into a variable which will hold the return function reference that takes the next argument when it's available. Okay. It's the same as partial application. So we need to write this add function so it uses currying to add parameters x, y, z. So we can do the same as this one. We just do return function y, which also does return function z, and this one should return x plus y plus z. I think this one should do it. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so guys, we're done with the functional programming. In the next videos, we will continue with intermediate algorithm scripting. Okay, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share to support the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.